Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahah, Chadash, and double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, leadership of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the house of David, to the 144,000, to the men on the highways and the byways, risking their lives and freedoms to bring forth this gospel, to prophesy to the nations. Um, just had a quick uh, lesson I was looking at. I received this in my feed this morning, and it's basically saying, hey, get ready. The U.S. dollar collapse warning issued as markets brace for gold and Bitcoin price shock. This is one day ago, and it says traders are braced for this week's inflation readings to be higher than previously expected, you know, because, hey, this man has been, you know, telling lie after lie. Just to put it in basic terms, everything he said, and he's hiding information to keep the public in a state of ignorance as to the financial wherewithal of the nation, and at some point he's not going to be able to hide all of these other agencies that are created to make up, this nation. They're not all going to comply. There's going to be division, and a and it's prescribed, in the scriptures. You know, this is Luke 12:51, and I'm kind of doing this on a different screen, so I don't have it. I don't want to try to bring it up on that screen. I'm not really sure. I haven't done it this method before, and so I'll just kind of read it. You can always go look it up at your convenience. It says Luke 12:51. It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division." And this is what's coming all over the world. I was watching the elder out of uh, what is that? He's either he's over there in the overseas, and he's actually doing a lesson right now. I don't know. Well, it may be not right now. I don't know if that was live or not. But essentially, hey, Children of Israel, that's his page. So, hey, as a brother, always, hey, if you're not already subscribed, you need to get there. It says, Russia says a nuclear strike on Europe might be a necessary sin to save humanity. But, we know through the scriptures that necessary evil has already been prescribed as to where it will reach, who will be touched. And these also are going to align themselves with the powers that be in order to bring about the demise of Babylon, But essentially, right now, there's threats. This whole world is moving into a state of utter chaos, you know, and the devil is doing what the devil does, the deceiver. So he's always in a state of deception, you know. It's just to get into this a little bit more. This is Forbes, and it says, read it. Get ready. US dollar collapse warning issued as markets brace for gold and Bitcoin shock. So again, that's a definite indication that we're in the process of moving over to the full digital currency method. And that these things are, they're prophesied. This is James 5 and 3, and it reads, "Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days." And what do we see? What are we seeing right now? Babylon is doing. It's invading every nation. It's heaping unto itself the resources of sovereign nations. It's intimidating its fellows. It's blustering at its fellow Europeans. It's threatening. It's either invading or threatening invasion. Everything this man is doing is scriptural. Yet he doesn't see it. In his mind, he's doing everything to avoid prophecy while he's walking headlong into prophecy. He's not just walking, he's running. He's at a full on sprint, and nothing is going to, turn it back. Though it may subside for a period of time, and we know all of these things are written, and we know that, in the Most High's time, all things proceed. His words are not going to go back void. I was just kind of looking for that. Because hey, the Most High through his men prophesied things that would transpire in this earth. And so I'm going to grab this real quick. This is Isaiah 55 and 11, and it reads, "So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish all, Salakia, it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it." So the Most High's words are action words. And when he declares that something is going to be, there's nothing that's going to turn it back, whether it be, soon or in the future. It says this is still back in the Forbes thing. It says Bitcoin and gold have split in recent months as gold soars and Bitcoin price plummets, with U.S. President DJT tariff trade war again threatening to weigh threatening to weigh on the US dollar. And all of this is done by design because we know that, again, this man has to implement that which the Most High declared that he would. And all you naysayers and gainsayers, and all you that claim that, this is not the case, and that this MOTB is everything other than what the apostles and the elders have declared from the beginning and maintained. And what we can clearly see is what the Most High says. It says, and I'm going to grab that real quick, because how does it, when you read this, when you actually take a moment and stop, always trying to blow smoke up people's, backside. It says Revelation 16 or Revelations 13 and verse 16. And I'm going to get right to it. And it says, and he causes all, so he's causing all, both small and great. And see, hey, the rich, they're also going to receive this, because all currency, all forms of currency are going to go into a digital state. They're gonna get rid of this current uh, 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 state of currency. Basically, this iteration of world currency, because it can't be tracked correct. They can't do the things that they want to do with it. They can't manipulate the system as well as they'd like to. And with this new setup, they're going to be able to fully implement and dictate what, when, where, how, why, and who, you know? And so both rich and great, the rich and the great, hey, their setup, their micro C hip is not going to be like yours. They're going to have the controller board for theirs. Nevertheless, they will have it. And if you want to retain the wealth that you've accumulated, and what is that saying in the world? Behind every great wealth is a great crime. So 9 times out of 10, hey, you rich, you with great wealth, there's it's ill-gotten, it's an ill-gotten gain. But it says again, and he causeth all, small, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. And let's see, let's get that real quick. I want to see what that receive. So we jump over here to the blue letter. And like I said, Salakia, but I'm doing this. I wanted to bring this article up, and I only have it on my phone. So what we're looking at is just the phone, but behind it, I have access to my system. And as I learn more how to deal with this, then I'll be able to seamlessly move through it. So let's get that real quick. I should be able to play it here. Rich and poor, free and bond, receive. Strong's G1325.
Strong's G1325. Didomi.
Didomi. And it's to give something to someone of one's own accord, to give one something to his advantage, to bestow a gift, to grant, give, to one asking, let have, to supply, furnish necessary things, to give over, delivery, to reach out, extend, present of a writing, to give over one's care, entrust, commit something to be administered, to, man, hey, right there, something to be administered. It's going to be administered under your flesh. It's C and I says to give or commit to someone something to be religiously observed, to give what is due or obligatory, to pay wages or reward, to furnish and do, to give, to cause, perfuse, give forth oneself, to give, hand out lots, to appoint to an office. So basically, hey, to give, to receive, you're going to receive. You're going to, in order for you to do anything in this new world order that's being promoted and being brought in right under your very eyes, and you're being told about it. It's not like they're not declaring their intentions. It's just they've created such a level of pride in the American people that they don't believe it can happen in their time. They don't believe that, what I mean, it's possible for this to happen in their day, but it's going to happen and they're going to all have to move towards it. Everyone whose name is not written in the book of life, everyone who is, man, hey, both small and great. This thing is coming. It's going to happen whether you're ready or not. And if you've had, the misfortune of having the wrong teachers through this entire, time that the Most High has allotted for there to be a period beforehand to get this information, to get this knowledge, then you're going to be in trouble. If your teachers is running around talking about it's sin in all its forms, it's worshiping, it's white women, all this foolishness and nonsense, then you're going to be susceptible to what it is that's coming down the pipe. It says, free and bond to receive a mark, to receive, to get, to take, to have it, and again, it's not something that's going to be, forcibly put in you. You're going to have an option: take it or die. Take it or be excommunicated from the system. Take it or have all of your current iteration of finances removed with no way to regain anything. Take it or don't eat. So it's going to be very authoritarian, yet, hey, it's going to be, take it or be put in these camps, re-education camps, concentration camps. Take it or die. This is what's coming. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And we know that, your national barcode is basically set up with those 3 digits, as well as every other thing that this man has done to bring about, the system that he is intended to implement. So again, we understand that, hey, this currency is going to go the way of the dinosaur. It says the Bitcoin price has fallen sharply overnight, dropping from almost 96,000 per Bitcoin to just over 90,000 in a matter of minutes. So that's what, 6,000 drop in minutes, while gold hit a fresh all-time high after Trump threatened to escalate tariffs on 8 NATO allies unless Denmark agrees to a deal for Greenland. So he's basically looking to strong arm, his fellow allies. It says now as Bank of America chief executive issues a stark 6 trillion crypto warning, traders are braced for this week's inflation reading to be higher than previously expected, triggering warnings of unprecedented stagflation. And let's see if we can't. Let me see if we can't find. Okay, that's nice. Stagflation is a rare economic condition characterized by simultaneous slow economic growth, high unemployment, and rising prices. It differs from a recession where prices and inflation typically fall as consumer demand decreases. The U.S. last experienced significant stagflation in the 1970s due to oil production cutbacks and policy missteps. And right now, hey, these policies are missteps on steroids. And again, all orchestrated and designed through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to bring about his words, to bring about his will. So I didn't want to make a long lesson. I just wanted to touch this that I was reading. Again, everything is falling into place. Hey, this man is moving without wisdom. What does it say? Again, is there? Well, let me get it. Let me get it. This is Jeremiah 49:7, and it reads, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? And the answer is yes. They're no longer, as the apostle said, they're no longer receiving their instructions from the left hand side. So now they're moving